And hello. Oh, let me scoot over a little bit. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is Girls in Sports, and I am Sonia Thomas. I am your host, and we're on the Score On Air Network. And, oh, Lord. Let me turn this down. Let me turn it off. It's supposed to be off. Sorry about that, guys. And so anyway, this is Girls in Sports on the Score On Air Network, and we have a lovely guest today. On this show, we actually get to talk to ladies that are associated with something that has to do with sports. You don't necessarily have to be an athlete, but somehow they are connected with some form of activity. So today we have on here a beautiful young lady named Shelly Ridley Stewart. I don't know why I kept saying Shelly Ridley Scott. Girl, I had to change it from the graphics that I made with your name. I said, "What is wrong with me? She will kill me if I have up Shelly Ridley Scott." No, her name is Shelly Ridley Stewart. And she is an educator. At least I think she's an educator.
Yeah, I still work for the school district.
That's what we got to talk about. And she was the director of a dance company called Judah Performing Arts Center. And they were phenomenal. I just loved their her shows that she produced, and I actually saw her dance too, because she danced too, in
long time ago.
It wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago. My daughter actually got to be in a couple of them, before she went, berserk, and
that's all right.
Yes.
She made her way back.
Yes. Before she started feeling herself. And so, but she actually got to be in a couple of them, and they were.
And she's a good dancer.
Thank you, Miss Shelly. So here is Shelly Ridley Stewart, not Scott. Shelly Ridley Stewart. She is right here, and this particular segment. We just kind of getting warmed up, and getting our jitters. Getting our jitters out.
I don't think you have more jitters than me. Anybody knows me, they know I got a bunch of jitters going on right now.
This was so ridiculous, everybody. I didn't even give her the address to this place. I was on my way, and I said, "Oh my God, did I give her the address?" So I tried to look on the messenger in the text and see, somehow maybe I was smart enough.
I knew where the building was, but I'm glad you did call to give me the address. I knew it was one of these buildings.
And see, she was pretty good, because I'd have been like, "Why didn't you give me the address?" You were nice and quiet and calm. I'd have going, "What's wrong with you?" Give me the address. So you did really good. So I'm glad I had your phone number. So I called, I put it in, I texted in, and that was just ridiculous. I have to get better at doing that, because I talk to so many people.
But you did a good job, all your advertisement and stuff.
Well, thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, Miss Shay. Well, we have some surprises for you, on the show. Oh, let me see who's on here. Let's see who's on here. Rhonda. Hey, girl. She said, "Hey, I'm finally here." That's right. You get here. This was a lady,
get here and watch
lady
the
that
show.
I know, and watch me acting ridiculous, of course. But I'm glad you're here. And Ray Ballinger, you know him?
I'm sure, maybe.
He is watching, so we will keep tabs. Yeah, we'll keep tabs. I usually keep tabs with the people that are viewing, that are watching us. And again, I appreciate everybody being here. Those folks that I don't know that's watching, thank you so much, because it's just not a show without you being here. So I appreciate it. But again, you were marvelous for not not coming, because I didn't give you the address. So, and then thank you so much for braving that weather out there.
Yeah, I was like, I got to be on time. I had to slow down, though. I did slide once, so
yes.
There's a few people that went around me, too.
Yep.
Said, Go ahead, go right ahead.
Okay, so yeah, I said, well, maybe she may not, because some people don't drive in this weather.
Right, true.
You know, so I said, she may not come, so I better get prepared to do some kind of dog and pony show, you know, she not here. Well, if she doesn't come. But God bless her baby heart. She made it here.
I'm here.
I appreciate it, girl, because I just have to
I try to honor my word.
yeah, I have to start doing a soft shoe or something.
Can I just pop in
ma'am.
and say that I would pay good money to see you do a dog and pony show. I think that
too.
would
My
be
little
hilarious.
soft shoe stuff. Girl, so I'm like, oh my God, let me see what I'm doing. You know, of course, I pray every time I come up here, you know, and I have to do the show because I take it very seriously and I take my guests very seriously, you know, like you, because you're, you know, a big time lady.
Thank you.
And it's an honor, you know, for people to say, yeah, I'll come, you know. So I take this very seriously, you know, and I'm like, God, please don't let me do nothing crazy on this show.
Just be yourself. Have fun.
And that's basically what I do. But Miss Shelly, like I said, we're going to get her talking in a few minutes. So Deb, you said we have 4 minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
4 minutes in the segments, then we go to
Well,
commercial?
actually, technically 3 minutes, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys.
Then we're going to go to a
minute.
break. Cool. Okay, see, time goes by
It's
real
flying.
fast. Told you. And so when we come back, we will let Shelly say something. She is going to actually talk. You know, we just had to, it just goes by so fast. But when she talks, she'll talk about the early years, which is the next segment. And she'll talk about her years earlier, and we have a surprise for you, a surprise photo that's going to pop up, and it's going to be no. I wouldn't do anything that is going to harm you.
The look of horror on her face.
Oh no.
No, girl, I wouldn't do anything that you're going to have to go back and talk to your therapist about.
Hang on. I have the perfect.
She put that on. Da, 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 da. Miss Shelly don't know what's getting ready to happen. But
Listen,
no, I
y'all
wouldn't
live
do
up
it.
in here for
I
sure.
would, I wouldn't do that. That's going to harm you, and you know, you hate me and all that kind of stuff. And tell people don't go on her show because she's crazy. So, no, I'm not going to do that. But I think our time is up for this particular part. So we will be right back in 1 minute, folks. This is Girls in Sports on the Score on Air Network. Be right back.
Design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
In sports, you want to have a player that can get the job done right every time. A real all-star, somebody that's dependable and you can turn to when the game is tough. That player in the audio-video industry is the theater people. From setting up your home's Wi-Fi network and offices, conference rooms, to setting up home theater inside or outside, to setting up the systems to make your home run smarter and safer as well. The theater people can do it all with the quality of professionalism you can expect every single time. That isn't just a great all-around player, that is an all-star. That is why we are the leaders in audiovisual installation in Central Ohio. So call us at 614-604-6327 or check out our website at ttpcolumbus.com to figure out which products will fit you. And don't forget, amplify your personality with the theater.
And we are back, and thank you so much for joining us. This is Girls in Sports on the Score on Air Network, and we have Miss Shelly Ridley Stewart here with us. So now she gets to speak. So Shelly, tell us a little bit about your earlier years when you were a teenager and how you got started in dance.
Okay. I actually got started when I was probably maybe 9 or 10. the neighbor used to dance, and I would go to practice with her, and I was like, I have to do this. And so we were living on Brighton Road, and so we were going to Betty Robinson. And so that was the early years.
Now, show the picture of her cheerleading. Show this pic we have of her cheer. There she is. So see,
that's cute.
I mean, you did cheerleading before that.
I did. Well, I did cheerleading, Little League,
See?
and then I cheered for Walnut Ridge and East. So East was the last 2 years of high school.
Okay, so you were a big wig on campus. You were a cheerleader. And I saw that little picture. I said, I've got to have this picture on here. It is really cute. And show the other one, Deb, her black and white. There you go. That is gorgeous.
College.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Met someone who was a friend, and he was a student at the art school. I went to University of the Arts. He went to a different art school, and he was a photography student. And so he would ask me to sit sometimes, but he would let me have some pictures.
Of course he would.
And I was always clothed, as you see.
Okay,
Wasn't no funny business.
Right. So
Well, that's good.
Yes, it wasn't no
Nothing later like, oh, Lord.
lingerie photos and all that. So you cheered for
Boudoir.
Yeah, right, a couple of schools. So I'm thinking that might have gotten you involved in dancing too.
So I was doing both of them at the same time. So I started dancing first. Then we cheered for the East Side Tigers. So
That was huge.
yeah, we would go over there. Where did we practice at? We practiced over by that rec center on Atchison. I forgot the name of it.
Because I live by there.
Yeah, so
the
that-
neighborhood house,
Yeah,
or
that whole little field over there is where we would practice.
because I forget what the name of it was besides the neighborhood house.
Oh my goodness. It's not the Rhodes. Is it Rhodes Rec Center? Anyways, yes, the neighborhood, that area right over there is where we would ride our bikes, or sometimes the coach would pick us up.
So now, did your mom encourage you? Your parents encourage you to do, that sort of
What, cheering or dancing?
Both.
Both. Yeah, I think I was probably the most active out of all the kids. Now that I think back, the one who did sports all through high school, I did try my hand at volleyball, basketball in middle school and maybe 9th grade.
So basketball.
I wasn't really that good. Or I don't know if I was good or not. Thought I was trying to jam a little bit, but not really.
Because I did track.
Okay,
in
I
school.
did run, and I pulled a hamstring. I probably would have been pretty good at track, but I pulled my hamstring. I was the last leg on a relay for Walnut Ridge in dance, and right before the first meet, and I never went back to track.
Yeah.
I just never went back to it.
I know your team was like, oh.
Like, there she go. But, so, I don't know, yeah. So, yeah, she was always, I was always finding stuff to do. And they'd be like, okay, finding summer stuff, to participate in. And I danced most of my years with Alice Grant, Dance Studio Downtown. That's where most of my years were spent through school dancing every Saturday. And then I started helping teach some of the classes.
Wow, so you were.
And then I left for school.
Where'd you go to school?
University of the Arts in Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia. Wow.
U of Arts. And so it was a jazz. On the degree it says theater jazz. I don't know why it says that. We had to take one acting class. I was a jazz major, jazz dance.
Wow. So now, so you're teaching in school like now. So what do you teach in school?
Wake up. That's what I'm teaching. Wake up and take the covers off your neck.
Oh, is y'all's virtual?
Everything's, yeah.
Oh,
Shout out to all my students who are not listening right now. 'Cause they said Facebook is definitely for the old people, is what they say.
It
But,
is not.
Listen, so I teach high school dance, and I have one middle school class at Columbus Afrocentric Early College.
So how is the virtual thing going for you guys?
Man, it's really different, and I'm dance. It's definitely not fun.
Mm-hmm.
I will just say that, not for me. Our class is just not fun right now. Sorry for those who are just now having me, because I am that teacher. Fun, and we'd be working on our second show by now.
And you're not used to working
It's just
that way.
different, and I just kind of refuse to have the kids watching me dance while their screens are black and they relaxing in the bed.
So you're actually
not
teaching
doing it.
dance too while you're at the school.
No, well, that's what I do, but what we do a lot of now, we're learning about dance through technology, as far as video and more reading and different things like that.
It's definitely different, Shelly.
It's
I when I first started going to the Higher Media School, which we're at right now, they closed down, because of COVID, and I'm just not really good at doing the virtual thing.
It's not easy, actually.
It's
Being
not,
on a
and
computer like that.
God, and then you can't really respond the way you want to respond because you're virtual.
And you might need more help, and kids learn from each other. We learn from each other. So maybe if we don't catch it, somebody else does. And sometimes when we can just whisper and say
What
they say or explain that real quick, then sometimes that helps. Or someone will ask the questions that you might want to hear.
Right,
Exactly. And also, and you, how old
our
are
producer.
the kids that you teach?
So I have right now 8th grade, so they're probably all 13,
Right.
all the way through senior to 18.
Right. So, and that is fine as far as like maturity. We found out in college students were so immature. you know exactly who I was talking about.
Yeah, and I think it's been
Unbelievable.
and tough for them. They really are having to find their new rhythm. We got to find our new rhythm. Trying to find my new rhythm. I just been being still right now.
Yeah, because we had to really, it was a jolt. At first I was going, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I was panicking, like, you're going to close school down, which I get because it's COVID, the beginning of it. And so, but, we had to find our rhythm.
Yeah, you got to find,
You know.
find our rhythm. So, I mean, don't sweat the small stuff. That's how I had to look at some stuff that I might be like, But now I'm like, okay, I mean, that's not going to be something I sweat. I'll focus on this. Have to find different things to focus on.
Because, see, she's real calm and kind of laid back and a rational thinker. Where I was pulling my hair out, like, And so what is going on? But, like I said, we just had to settle down and, go with the flow. So now we have an option, whether you can come on virtual or not. We are here,
That's
because
probably
it's
what
just
I would do. And if I had kids still in school, they would be on the first bus smoking.
going to school in the classroom.
For sure.
We wear our mask and, they take our temperature,
And they're doing
and
a
all
lot
that
to
kind of
keep the
stuff.
schools safe. I was over there today. They're doing a lot to be on top of their job, keeping it safe.
Okay, I got to talk to you a little bit more about your schooling, your teaching rather, but I'm going to mention a couple of people that's on here.
Okay.
I see Carmen Pounds is watching.
That's my sister.
Carmen,
Hey,
yeah, she said, hi, sister.
Hi.
Hi, Carmen. Thank you so much
Carmen.
for coming in. And Susan Ridley.
Hi, Mom.
Yep, I did. She said, hi, daughter. Thank you so much for tuning in, Miss Ridley. Oh, Susan is here. So I always like to to thank you guys and welcome you here for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. And this is your daughter and your sister. She is up here, real cool and calm, and she been keeping me together.
Shaking my leg under the table. But I'm here.
Yeah. Because at first, when I told her, when I asked her, hey, can you come on? Blah, blah, blah. She was like, well,
I was like, I don't do sports. Yeah. Honey, I'm not an athlete, so you might want to call someone else.
She said all of that. And I was like, Shelly, you ran a dance company.
I said, okay, come on.
So, yeah, she was one of the jittery ones. So, which everybody kind of is, because, heck, I'm jittery.
If it wasn't you, I probably would have said no. I'm not even going to lie. I will say no on some stuff really fast.
Well,
if
I'm
it
happy.
involves me talking and all this, even though some people be like, girl, you be running your mouth. But it's not up behind the mic.
It's different. I remember I know we have to get ready to jump to a commercial. I remember in one of your shows, I was there, and so she's talks to the adults, about the show, whatever, what we got to do, everything. And then at the end of it, because she didn't really say that much, but she said, I don't feel like I really said anything. And I was the only one that was laughing because I thought it was hilarious because you didn't say that. You didn't say that much, but you said what we needed to hear.
I would be bribing folks backstage like, can you open? Do you want to say something?
Yeah, it was just so funny. And I thought it was hilarious, and I was the only one that laughed.
Thank you.
Because it was funny. But we are going to have to take a quick break, folks, and we'll be right back with Miss Shelly Ridley Stewart. This is Girls on Air. Girls on Air, Girls in Sports on the Score on Air Network, and we'll be right back. Okay, and we are back, and thank you so much for hanging out with me and Miss Shelly and our producer Deb. Now, you don't have to worry, because I have like this in honor of Black History Month. I have a few trivia questions for our last segment, and she's going all crazy over here. She ain't gonna know.
Lose my black card.
She don't want to lose her black card.
Facebook, it's different.
But we're not. This isn't the segment for it anyway. This is the third segment, the Judah Performing Arts Center segment, and so you lucked out there. So, but we get to come back to it in a little bit.
Okay.
So we want to talk a little bit about your time. What made you start, and how did you start the Judah Performing Arts Center?
So originally, it was Christian Dance Academy.
Okay.
And Sydney was 3, and Jamal, they were 3. So wanted them to have something to do. So that's when I first started the studio, and I ran it out of what was it called? Fit Your Temple. That was at Maine and Robinwood. And so it was a building over there. And also, too, before then, I used to teach some classes. I don't know if y'all remember the old, it was a workout center and a store that was at Barnett and Livingston. Mm-hmm. Do you remember before they tore all that down? I think they ended up putting the Walgreens and the McDonald's, but there was like a plaza that used to be over there. But anyway, so I used to teach out of there. But then I ended up at Hamilton and Refugee. That's where it was first Christian Dance Academy. Mm-hmm. And then later it became Judah Performing Arts Center. And then Judah, that was the studio. And then Judah Performing Arts Company.
So you just wanted your children to have something to do?
Yeah, actually, probably most of the things that I've done, the millions of times that we've done Africa to America, it was for the kids. The adults were way sick of it.
They were way sick of
They
it.
were so sick of doing it. But the
I
kids,
loved
new
it.
ones would come, and they would build friendships at rehearsals, and
Mm-hmm.
it was the whole process.
Because that was a lot. So you did that
And
for
everybody
years.
has touched that a little bit, doing something, and at least one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A lot of artists now that are doing a lot of different things now. have
Right.
Been a part.
Like Lori.
Okay.
Well, I know she was a part of it
your
at some
son.
point. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Wong. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
They was killing that African though.
I kept wanting to be in it, but, I was busy.
Everybody was
Wanted to be
either
in it.
dancing in it or choreographing at some point.
That was a show to be
some point.
put up that flyer PNG that we have. It says flyer on it, and this is the show. She did such a good job on doing that, and it was so artistically thought out. The costumes were brilliant. I mean, I'll never forget the little fishes.
Oh,
Remember?
Yeah. You're talking about
She
the
had
one we did at the Ballet Met space, the master plan. Is that the one you're talking about?
I'm not
Where
sure.
we had the whole creation thing. I tapped in that one.
It may
Lord.
have been, but I remember those little fishes.
yeah.
Yeah, that was so cute.
That was a fun show.
And you had the lions,
We had
little
Adam and
lions.
Eve.
That must have
We
that,
had- yeah.
that
was-
must have been it.
Yeah. Oh wow, that was a lot of work too.
Yeah, they were so creative and a lot of work.
Well, that's when we had a lot of fun because Kayla and Sydney and Ariel were the birds, and all of us was in that studio till the wee hours in the morning making them costumes, just having
Oh
fun.
my
hanging out.
God.
But everybody was designing their own little costumes.
Mm-hmm.
They killed that.
Yep, they did. They did. She did fantastic work. We must be having a little technical difficulties getting those up. Do you happen to have the picture of the photo of her daughter in the studio? Oh, okay, cool. That's good.
Yeah.
See, there's her daughter.
Oh, there's our studio. We ain't seen our studio in
A long time. That's Sydney, and they were getting prepared for a show, I'm sure. And now let me see her daughter just plain. It's a photo of her daughter now. What she's doing, now. If you can't, that's fine. But they had some fantastic. Yep, there she is now. That's her daughter, Sydney.
That's a good picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, everybody's grown now.
Everybody's
A
grown.
lot of people started. I mean, some people I had when they were younger, and then I would have them, and then sometimes they went other places because I would be known to quit sometimes. But then I had a lot of folks that showed up when they were 19, which was really, and they're all in them 30s now.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I was a part of a lot of people's lives.
Branching.
Growing up and transitioning, and people come there, study, just whatever. You know what I mean? Some will be studying in between if it wasn't their turn to dance, but just being there and just doing whatever we had to do.
It was a
transition,
great
life. Everybody just
It was a
going-
great.
going through life.
I loved it. I enjoyed it every single time I came, because you can tell you put a lot of work in. It wasn't like you just thought of it yesterday, and you had people coming in saying, "Okay, let's hurry up and get this together." It wasn't rushed at all. Of course, showbiz is just that. It's always something unexpected, that you don't really expect that's going on, and you're going, "Oh God!" But you guys figured it out,
Yeah.
and did
And it was
did what
fun.
you had to do.
Those were fun.
Okay, we can not get rid of, or you can take Sydney's photo down now. Thank you, baby. And so, yeah, I wish she could get that one up. It's just a flyer, which is, she didn't have to, but it was a flyer that from Africa to America.
Oh, okay.
That one of the shows that Miss Shelly produced, and like I said, I think what you did about, 3 or 4 different
We
ones?
probably did about maybe between 5 and 7
Mm-hmm.
of them.
Yeah, and
I
they were.
think the last one was just where we had Fort Hayes, Dancy Lee, Judah. We might have had another guest where everybody took a section.
Because
that was probably the last one. Was that the last one we did? I think that was the last one.
Because it was one that you all were in, and it was like a
The
different
diversity.
diversity.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was the diversity project.
Mm-hmm.
Where
You
where we
found
would
it.
bring,
Good girl. I think she found
different
it.
artists and companies together.
Yep, that's the flyer. I remember specifically.
So that was the second year.
That was the second year, and that's her daughter in the pink kind of outfit. Is that Laura in the red? Laura?
No, that's actually my niece Kayla.
Okay.
And then that is Whitney in the white. Whitney lives in Chicago. She was, if I'm not mistaken, she danced a few places, but she did a lot of stuff with Sea Dance with Miss Carmen, and then with Pan and Allie. I think she was in some of those, but she definitely was in Chocolate Nutcracker. A lot of folks started with Chocolate Nutcracker.
Yes, I remember that was.
fun, yeah.
Oh, but now everybody's just kind of on hold for everything. But yeah, it was fun. But I know that it was a lot of work.
It was.
For I don't even I'm not even mad at you, because I know all that stuff. This takes a lot of work,
It does.
patience, and
But
yeah.
I lived at the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And before COVID, everybody that knows me, I lived at Afrocentric too. So
Now, Afrocentric, and that's where you actually teach there. And so you guys are virtual, like we talked about. So, okay, I'll talk to you about getting an athlete, one of y'all's athletes in here. Because I heard they had the best athletes,
yeah, we
especially
have,
the girls basketball
yeah,
team.
The girls basketball team is what we are known for.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Will McKinney, the coach.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they still are at it, and they usually most of them are always our star students too, the best grades.
Mm-hmm.
COVID's been a little challenging for some, but for the most part, most of them are still holding it down.
We're still,
And he's still helping them get D1 scholarships.
Yeah, this has just been so trying, for everyone trying to adjust to all of this stuff, But she was an amazing director for Judah Performing Arts Company, just amazing. And it just took so much, to put on. But when it all came together, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. I enjoyed every minute of it. And, of course, heck, I didn't do anything, but I might have brought some juice or something. But
Appreciate all the snacks, everything that everyone has done over the years, and us just trying to expose the kids. Not even kids, we have adult dancers too. We did just the different things and different people, and allowing people who are choreographers to choreograph. And
so, do you think you'll ever put on another production?
No, I don't think so. I don't really feel led to. But right now I'm just in a lot of transition.
Yeah.
Right now, so sometimes when I get still in my mind, but usually it just starts with me. If I get a thought or idea, and I'm like, if I start talking about it, then you usually know it's going to happen.
Right.
But no, right now I'm just chilling.
Going through the wave like
I'm just
everybody
chilling,
else.
yeah.
Just
I
yeah.
Got
Yeah.
my eyes to maybe do some other stuff. But
And so you teach at the school, you teach dance and all that stuff there?
I do, but like I said,
It's different.
It is. I can't even get a full class. Can't even get all kids to show up.
I can believe it. Right,
Once
Deb?
they show up, good job. Proud of y'all. And I'm not trying to be a burden. They're already are struggling to get all their other classes done.
Yeah,
So I'm
it's
just,
fight.
We'll see if we make it back to the building.
Okay. Well, we have to take another break, and we'll be right back. This is Girls in Sports. This is the Score on Air Network. This is Miss Shelly Ridley Stewart, and we'll be right back. And thank you for coming back. This is Miss Shelly Ridley Stewart. That is our special guest today. This is Girls in Sports on the Score on Air Network. And we've been just talking to her about her life as a producer, director, all type of people she does. And now we have this is called our lightning round segment. And now we have, just in honor of Black History Month, we just have a couple trivia questions for you all. Not just Shelly, but you all too. Miss Rhonda, hopefully you still here. Get your little thinking caps on. It's just a couple of them, and then we'll finish with our lightning round questions for Miss Shelly. But let me make sure I have the right answers. And so, whenever she puts it up, whenever Miss Deb can put it up on the screen, you all can see the questions. Oh, she's got it up there. Okay, you got your
I've
little
been
paper?
waiting.
Okay, so, and I made it multiple choice, and it's not that, we don't really know and stuff. I mean, it's just a lot of people to try to keep in your memory, so we don't know everybody, in the history. So that's why this is just like a trivia. Everybody's learning. And that's fine. So, okay, so our first question. Well, let me give her a little ink pen so she can circle her little answer. So, our first question is, or statement rather. There you go, young lady. Is a chef and a restaurateur is said to have unintentionally created the potato chip during the summer of 1853.
I know.
So hold on, Deb. Don't say it yet. So A is George Washington Carver. B is W.E. Du Bois. C is George Crumb. And D is Granville T. Woods. Does anybody have any idea who unintentionally created the potato chip? He just happened to be, it just happened to a customer sent back their fried potatoes after complaining they were too thick. And so somehow he created the potato chip. So did you circle anything, young lady?
Yeah, but let's see what they...
So let me see if anybody put anything on here.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
On
Nobody
my
have
end.
any answers or any. Rhonda says she's driving. You lucked out. Okay, we'll give you that. She lucked out. She's driving.
She said all that. She could put a letter.
Yep, that's right.
That's
so
a good one, Rhonda.
she said that's a good one, Rhonda. So who do you think it was? Who do you think? Yeah, it was.
I don't know. Was it George Crumb?
Yes.
Okay.
It actually. What did you think, Deb?
I was going to say the exact same thing. George Washington Carver.
No, it's George Crumb.
It's not?
It's C. George Crumb.
Oh, my
Washington
goodness.
Carver, he made he made a lot of stuff, like 60 different, but he was really famous for, making the peanuts and stuff.
I did not know
peanut
that.
butter. George Crumb, exactly.
I got it wrong.
That's okay. That's what I said. We have to, it's just a learning thing for everybody. Okay, so our next question is, a key organizer for Martin Luther King Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, but her passion was the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, which that really doesn't make any sense. So let me read really what I have here, but keep in mind we have Ella Baker, Dorothy Height, Joanne Robinson, and Ida B. Wells. Sorry. So she was a field secretary and branch. Let me see. And branch director for the NAACP, and co-founded an organization that raised money to fight Jim Crow laws. She was also a key organizer for Martin Luther King Jr.'s Southern Christian Leadership. But like I said, her passion was the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, which she helped to organize in 1961 freedom rides and aided in registering black voters. So she did a lot. That was a mouthful. So just take your best guess, basically, for this young lady. So what did you guess?
I don't know. Dorothy Height.
Ella Baker. It was Ella Baker. Because all these ladies on here,
I definitely didn't know that. So.
yeah, did some remarkable things. They all did. Okay, so our last trivia is, so of course I can't say the name, so I just have to talk like weird. So it says she was just 15 when she started performing dance, and later went to perform lead roles on Broadway in Cole Porter musicals. She made history as the first and only black dancer to be promoted prima ballerina status in the Metropolitan Opera. So A, is it Misty Copeland? B, Virginia Johnson? C, Janet Collins? Or D, Pearl Primus? Primus, sorry about that. Pearl Primus. So let me see if anybody said anything.
Rhonda said
A. Rhonda said A.
As far as the Ella Baker.
Oh, she got it right, Rhonda.
Oh, as far as she did. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. You're smarter than a fifth grader.
She also says C is her
C.
answer. Janet Collins.
Janet Collins. Did you put Janet Collins too? Okay, it is actually.
Or B, Virginia Johnson.
It is Janet Collins.
Yeah, that's what I.
It actually is Janet Collins, because that was in. Okay, so let me read what I really had, because I couldn't put all that on here because it would just be too much. It said she was just 15 years old when she auditioned for the ballet Ras de Monte Carlo, but she was told by the director that she could join the company only if you paint your face and body white.
Oh my goodness.
So she turned down the job, of course, but later went to perform lead roles on Broadway and Cole Porter musicals. And after spending a year in the Corps de Ballet, she made history as the first and only black dancer to be promoted to prima ballerina status in the Metropolitan Opera. Mm-hmm. So this other...
one of our first.
Mm-hmm. And so all of these ladies on here performed, in one way or another. And of course, everybody knows Misty Copeland, but Virginia Johnson and Pearl Primus, they were the first black dancers for different things. I have it written down, but I'm not going to go into it. Tronda said hua. So 3 minutes. Oh my God, we didn't even go over, Rhonda, some things you just don't know. So that's okay, Rhonda. So, well, let me do a couple of our lightning round questions real quick. This is real simple, real easy. Okay, what is your dream car?
Who mine?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a Lexus that I like, a sports one, and I also like a couple things in the Porsche family.
Cool. Okay. Do you like to read?
No.
Okay. Sounds.
Not really. I buy books though, and I have good intentions.
Me too.
But yeah, just doesn't always happen from front to back.
Exactly.
I might get a chapter in here and there. But
No.
I'm working on that. I have some things that I'm trying to read.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Me too. I still have to start reading Barack
no.
Obama's new book.
Oh,
he has,
okay.
because I had that out. I read Michelle's. It was pretty
So
good.
that's good.
So now, okay, who? No, I don't want to ask that. What? Okay, what color are the curtains in your room?
We don't have any curtains.
There you go.
Blinds.
You got blinds. Yep.
Hey, me too.
But they were before we moved.
I do too.
Some type of gold color they were.
Okay, I just took my curtains down because they open up the room better. Without the curtains, it made the room seem smaller.
We moved, so we'll see when we move if I'm gonna. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, because I know we only got a couple minutes left. Would you ever jump out of an airplane?
Just for fun, or like if I need to, like
Like
emergency.
for fun, with the parachute and everything on, of course.
Yeah, probably not right now.
But would you ever? I mean, would you ever consider it?
Yeah, I don't think that's on my top list. Of
Right,
things to
your
do.
bucket list. Okay, what about bungee jumping? Would you ever bungee jump?
Nah.
Right. Exactly.
Thought about some of those things, but nah.
Your boy jumped out the airplane.
Oh,
Stevan.
really? Yeah.
G1. He told us. I was like,
I'm crazy
really?
like that.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
My niece has two, but that's good. I'll live it through them.
No, nothing didn't happen. That's good. Okay.
Rhonda agrees with you. She says nope.
Rhonda. Rhonda, you better jump out of the airplane, girl. It's just like, I don't think so.
Good.
You better jump out of the airplane. So, is there a bug you are afraid of? Oh, is there a bug you're afraid of?
I don't think there's a bug, but I don't, I don't think I would like no roaches. Like if something was crawling around, like if a spider, but if it was a roach, then that might be a little different.
You like?
I'll be looking.
Oh, she got a spider tat.
Okay, spider I might could do if it just stays in its area. But if a roach or something, then I'm gonna have to pay attention and make sure my
Right.
purse is.
Exactly. That's just crazy. Okay. Let me see. Have you rode a horse before?
Yes.
Me too.
Yep. I have.
Okay. Have you, Deb? Ridden a horse?
Yes, actually, we used to have a farm and we had 6 horses.
Wow.
They
Yeah,
were
I did.
beautiful.
I did. We rode
It's
horses.
not that easy either.
Mm-mm.
It's kind of hard.
We did it when we were little. My dad and them knew this people that had horses, so we would go. And then we rode horses not too long ago, maybe 9 years ago or something like that. Oh, girl, my back was it was beat up.
Yeah, the last time I rode a horse, he was tired.
The
Sign
horse.
said don't say anything to him. I'm like, why am I getting on this horse?
So did he take off?
He kind of was doing his own thing, or he was walking slow when he should have been like, let's go.
Well, you
I'm
had
like, he needed a break.
you had a good horse.
I don't know why I was on him, and I barely made the weight restriction, so I probably
So the little horse was going slow and stuff. He was tired, girl. That's crazy. So we appreciate Miss Shelly. I thank you so much for bearing that weather and coming all the way out here to hang out with us because it's a little slippery out there. I know it's still snowing now, and we appreciate all of you.
thank you all.
Yes, viewing with us. So you can catch this show on Score on Air Network, which is on Facebook. You can catch it on our website, which is the scoreonair.com. You can catch it on YouTube. You can catch it on our podcast, which is on Spotify and several different, I'm going to have to write them down. There's several different places that they automatically put you on. You know, once you get in it, they just find different places for you to be on. So, and then I have to get my website up and running properly, and it will be on my website as well. But there's plenty of areas that you can catch this show at. Again, I appreciate Miss Shelly.
Thank you so much for having me. You did a great job.
Oh, you did a great
Continue
job.
on.
You did a wonderful job. Thank you so much for coming out. We'll have to have you back
Okay.
You know, when you do other stuff or
Yeah,
when school come
I'll
back
let you
in
know, yeah.
and all that. But thank you all again. This is Girls in Sports, and this is the Score on Air Network. And next week we have Samara Tillman. I know she'll be here, and she's gonna be so fun. So until then, you guys be safe out there, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.